the second international break, so that England are through to the World Cup. Arsenal lead the Premier League. We have got a massive game week for game week number 8. Man, we have the likes of another relegation disappointer, a big derby, and a lot more other games to come. Let's see what happens in game week 8 of the Premier League.
Liverpool are the champions for their people, with their people. Declan Rice, oh, it's a ripper. Marmoush, oh, that's magnificent. The young guns of Chelsea claim the Champions League prize. Newcastle will be playing Champions League football again. Now, 20 times the champions of England, Liverpool.
Yes guys, welcome back to the Premier League. Sorry, it's been a very long time about the Premier League videos. We have had the international break. England are safely through 8 wins, 8 clean sheets, to their second, to a World Cup where under Thomas Tuchel should do well. But let's see what happens in the Premier League. And we've got a guest. We won't know who it is, but it's a guest.
Boys, if you want a discount on your energy, go and get my discount in the description. New Dan 10 at checkout. Peace.
We now go to the lunchtime game on the Sunday, which is Nottingham Forest versus Chelsea. Nottingham Forest are still adjusting to and Postecoglou in charge of their club, and Chelsea, as we know, are insane under Enzo Maresca. I'm going to go in this game. It will be a Chelsea win by 2-1. And the guest is Mr. Sam Twine. He's back again for his second appearance, but his first this season. Sam, what are you saying in Nottingham Forest v Chelsea?
Thanks again, Dan, for having me on your channel. So the first game we're talking about is Nottingham Forest versus Chelsea. Just haven't had that good of a season so far. Currently sitting all the way down 17th place. But Ange Postecoglou, they're not doing well. But I think if they beat Chelsea, then that would be a good deal. But Chelsea have also got good players like Liam Delap and Cole Palmer, so I think Chelsea are going to win 3-1.
We move to games at 3 PM, starting with Brighton and Hove Albion versus Newcastle United. Brighton, home side in form. Yes, they are in form, Brighton. Brighton are very much in form, beating Wolves last time out in game week 7. But Newcastle also winning on game week 7 by playing Forest and battering Forest, as you do. So yeah, but Newcastle are often vulnerable away from home. Nick Voltemada has scored them a goal in Germany for Germany against Northern Ireland, and we go with a 2-1 victory to the Seagulls in this game against the Magpies. It's the Seagulls against the Magpies, 2 birds. The birds are back. That was horrendous. Nobody put that on here, please. And Sam, what are you saying in this game? We now go
Brighton and Newcastle. I'm gonna say that it'll be a 0-0 draw. Just because none of them have had a good season so far. Eddie Howe's playing it, but Newcastle haven't been good this season. They're currently sitting in 11th place.
To Burnley versus Leeds United. Leeds have shown momentum, but Burnley may struggle to defend. And to be fair, we would say at this stage of the game, but At this season, Burnley and Leeds, two teams that you haven't really seen progression with. Sunderland have progressed. Sunderland have been insane. Leeds have been here. Burnley have been here. You've got Sunderland, Leeds, Burnley in that order, ascending order. But, I mean, I think one of these two will be that. One of, if not these two, will be down along with Wolves or West Ham this season. But I'm going to go with a Leeds win of 2-1 win to Leeds United. And Sam, what are you going for in this game? We now go.
But then the next game is Leeds versus Burnley. Burnley are 1 point are in the relegation zone. I think that Leeds will win 1-0.
To the most evenly matched sides and a team that are having a surprise start to the season. It's third. The fifth is AFC Bournemouth. No, it's Crystal Palace. This is AFC Bournemouth. Yes, Crystal Palace had their 100% record beaten. Well, lost. Their 18-game run has come to an end at the expense of Everton, who managed to win 2-1 with a late winner. But I mean, and Bournemouth, however, are absolutely flying, putting Antoine Semenyo on fire right now. I'll put him into my FPL team, by the way, as well, because he's that good. And Bournemouth sit third, Palace sit fifth. I think two evenly matched sides would likely be a balanced contest in a 1-1 draw. And Sam, what are you saying in that lively game?
We've got Palace versus Bournemouth. I honestly think that this will be a tight game because both Bournemouth and Crystal Palace are having the season of their life so far, with Bournemouth being in 4th place and Crystal Palace being in 6th. But if I was to say anyone, I would probably say 2-0 to Bournemouth.
We now go to Man City versus Everton. Man City will do it at home, but Everton will struggle without Jack. Will struggle without Jack Grealish, who is basically cup tie because he cannot play against his parent club, which is still Man City. But Everton do have an option to buy him, I think. I mean, it'll be an easy that Man City will dominate absolutely convincingly 3-0 against the Toffees, and Blue Moon will win it 3-0. And Sam, what are you saying in this game? We now go.
And now we're doing Man City versus Everton. Everton are sitting in 8th place. They are having a really good season under David Moyes. They're only 2 points off of Man City, so I think we're going to see an upset here. I think Everton are going to win 1-0.
Oh, to Sunderland versus Wolverhampton Wanderers. Wolves have playing a little bit better recently, but I do think that Sunderland will, I mean, to be fair, Sunderland is still adjusting, but they're playing well. Are losing 2-0 to United last time out, who surprised me a little bit. I think Wolves may be a bit more so, but it is at the Stadium Flight. 2-0 win to Wolverhampton Wanderers. Yes, I know. I'm saying that 2-0 Wolves. It could be the other way, but you never know. This is the Premier League. And Sam, what are you saying in this game? We now go to the tea time
versus Wolves. Well, Wolves are last place without having a win all season. And Sunderland are 9th. I think Sunderland are gonna win 1-0.
Game on Saturday, which is Arsenal Fulham versus top of the table Arsenal. Yes, you're hearing that correctly. Arsenal are top of the Premier League. That's something I didn't think I was saying 8 games into the game week. 8 games into the Premier League season starters. So, Arsenal, top, have a much stronger squad, should control this game. And I am going to go with a win for Arsenal, convincingly, of 2-0. I mean, it isn't that convincing, to be fair. And Sam, what are you saying in this game? We now go
versus Arsenal. Win that game like 3-0. Just because of how dominating they've looked this season.
right. Tottenham, Aston Villa. Spurs should win this game. Should have the slight advantage. 2-1. Tottenham Hotspur. And Sam, what are you saying in this game? We now go.
The last 3 games, I'm gonna say Spurs versus Aston Villa. I'm gonna go with an upset and have Villa to win that. I know they haven't been the best this season, but they do have some good players like Matty Cash, Morgan Rogers, and John McGinn, and Ollie Watkins, so I think they could pull it off.
We go to the big one. Liverpool versus Manchester United. If you're Man United, you could be without Fernandes, Casemiro, Cunha and Amad Diallo after being given a extended period of rest after their troublesome international break. Liverpool have lost 3 on the spin here. It's 3 on the spin, and I'm going to say it will be Liverpool 2, Man United 1, but I do think...
Then Liverpool versus Man United. I think that's going to be a 0-0 draw.
The last game of the game week is West Ham versus Brentford. Now, Brentford, as we know, again, are very good. West Ham, but they could be from home. They're beginning to find their feet under Nuno Espirito Santo. I'm going to go with a 2-0 win to West Ham. And Sam, what are you saying in this game?
And then last game, West Ham versus Brentford. I think Brentford are going to win 2-0.
No, Women's Super League, as you've probably seen, they're having their international break for 2 weeks. They're back 1st of November. Men's Champions League should be back sooner or later, but FA Cup content, first round, is coming to the channel. St Albans City are winning that, thanks to a late Leo Selly. So we go. I'll put in the clips if I can find some from the game. Better way is what is. But I'll see you lot in potentially the Champions League on Monday if it's back. If not, this next week. Goodbye for now.